Hey, how's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up a Minecraft Spigot 1.10 servers, including plugins like Essentials and any sort of type of plugin that you see on big servers. This is not a vanilla server, like I said, a Spigot or CraftBukkit. However, you could choose between CraftBukkit or Spigot. However, Spigot is a lot more useful if you were trying to have a lot of people on your server. But if it's just you and your friends, you could go ahead and do CraftBukkit. But really, if you want everything to work first try and you don't want to keep rewatching the video, I recommend you just basically follow everything I'm doing here. So I'm going to give you guys a download, and with this download you're going to be needing WinRAR because it's going to be on a media fire. So I'm going to add this to the archive. And so once you do that, you're going to want to right click your WinRAR file and basically extract to here. And then go ahead and open it up, and this is what you should see. And now after you see all this, you're going to take the Spigot 110 right here. Now, I'm going to right click on your desktop, you want to make a new folder, and you can call it whatever you want. We're just going to name it Server Today. You want to take this, copy it, and put it right in here. Now press F2 on it and take all that away. Now, the next thing we're gonna go do is we're gonna make a notepad, and you are going to want to name this whatever because we're not gonna be using the notepad just yet, and paste this code I've given you guys right here. Now, if you have more RAM than 1 gig that you want to dedicate to the server, gonna go ahead and type, basically convert gigabytes and megabyte into Google. And this obviously 1024. Let's say you wanted to dedicate 6 gigs of RAM. It's going to convert that. That's 6114. So we're gonna go ahead and copy that, and we're just gonna replace these numbers right there. File, save as. Now, this is where it gets tricky, and you guys need to listen very clear. I want to go down here and go to all files. If you do not go to all files, it will not be able to find Spigot, and you are going to have hell and think it's not going to work. That's all you have to do to make this work, because by default it's just a text document. It doesn't know what you're going to do. So just go down to all files, and it works just like that. Now you can name this really whatever you want, basically. I'm just gonna name it start server, and then here's where it doesn't really get tricky, but you have to remember to put this too, period bat. Now this makes a batch file and all files, so when you start this batch file, it'll look for Spigot and it'll be able to run it through your command prompt. Go ahead and save that. Now you can go ahead and delete this excess BS, and we can go ahead and click it start. It should open and close right away. So basically give it a second, and there you go. Now here's why it closed. Hold on, give me 1 second. Whatever. Here's why it closed. Your EULA. You have to double click that, and you have to change this to true. File, save. Now you can open it back up once more, and it's going to actually try and create your server. And if this pops up, allow access. And here you're preparing your spawn area, and you're doing all this fun stuff. Now, instead of using Hamachi or any of those other things, I'm going to teach you guys also how to port forward on your computer. Port forwarding is basically opening up a port on your router to allow other people to basically come and join you in your game. So basically, once this happens, go ahead and type stop once it's all done, and you have all of this. And as you can see, you have a folder called plugins where you can just drop your plugins. Now, go ahead and just close out of that, and you guys really don't need this anymore. You guys could just go ahead and probably delete that because your server's already set up now. If you already have it port forwarded, well, there you go. You now have a 1.10 server, but if you do not have it port forwarded, I recommend you to go ahead and go here. Now, if you guys don't know how to access your router, go ahead and type in CMD in your search. Now you guys want to type in IP config, enter. Now you're going to try and find your default gateway. You'll get this weird stuff, and then it's 192.168.0.1 for me. Probably should maybe blur some of this out. No, it's fine. So you're gonna find default gateway 192.168.0.1. Yours is most likely probably different, but it could be the same. You never know. So it'll take you to this page. Now it's most likely gonna ask you for a username and password. So basically, just type in your router or actually look on the back of your router, and it should tell you how to access it. Once you've actually gotten into it and you found your username and password, because it's different for everything, it could be admin for username and enter or admin then password. It's all different. We're going to go here to port forwarding. As you can see, I have a lot of ports forwarded. However, this is the port you guys need to forward right here, 25565. It's very simple, and most likely this number probably changed. So if we go back and look at this and I see our IPv4 address 192.168.0.14, that is what you're going to type in for your local IP address. That's your IPv4 address. So obviously it's been a very long time and this has changed. So you're going to go here, name, do MC2 I guess, and 25565, 25565, 25565, 25565. I'm going to ask for protocol, do both, and then your local IP address, I'm going to go ahead and do number 14. And then add that. Port ranges overlap. Oh yeah, because of this one. How do I delete this? Oh, there we go, delete. Let me do this one more time for you guys. And then add it. And there you go. Just make sure that adds up, and everything adds up. And that's basically how you port forward. It's pretty straightforward. I mean, it doesn't get any more complicated than that. I mean, all you got to do is default gateway, figure out your username and password, which is really easy. If it's default, and unless someone in your house changed it, then go ahead and ask them. And then for your, if it asks you for a local IP address, it doesn't do it automatically. It would be your IPv4 address right here. So that basically covers it. Remember to download WinRAR. If you want to allocate more RAM, you do it in this code given here. So I could change this at any time I want. And so let's see if it works. Go ahead and start up the server. And I'll even show you that the port forwarding did work. However, I'm going to pause the video because I don't want you guys knowing my IP address. Okay, so for some odd reason, and I don't know why this is happening, I'm pretty sure it's a simple fix, but I'm getting some weird super long something that's not my IP address. It more looks like a blueprint, but anyway, why don't we go ahead and open up Minecraft. And click play. If you guys are wondering how to tell how much RAM you have, give me 1 second. I'm going to open up your File Explorer, right click your OS system and go to Properties. And this should tell you somewhere, probably wrong about that. Hold on. Oh, this PC and Properties, my bad. Oh, it doesn't have the Alienware logo anymore. That's so sad. Anyway, your install memory would be 16 gigabytes. I highly doubt you have that much, but this leaves this, with the server open, will leave me 10 gigs to freely use, which Minecraft does not ever use that much. So basically, what you're going to do here is you're going to direct connect and localhost. Logging in. As you guys can see, I'm logged into my server, and here I am, XOZen, so I can go ahead and opt myself on the console. And here we are. Oh, that's right. Oops. Goodness gracious. And there we go. So we are now logged in to the server. There you go. It's very simple, very straightforward, especially with 6 gigs of RAM. I mean, this seems pretty quick. So you're done.